a 747 cargo flight takes off from Amsterdam. It climbs over the densely populated city. Suddenly, a powerful jolt rocks the aircraft. 8 minutes later, the jumbo plows into a crowded apartment block. How did a routine flight turn into Holland's worst air crash? Europe. Holland. Amsterdam. 15 kilometers from the city center, Schiphol, one of the world's busiest airports. Sunday, October 4, 1992, 2:40 p.m. An aircraft enthusiast takes this footage of an Israeli El Al 747 cargo plane arriving from New York. The jumbo will load up and refuel before flying to Tel Aviv in Israel as flight El Al 1862. 6 minutes after takeoff, El Al 1862 heads east over Amsterdam suburbs.
We are passing 4300.
6:27 p.m. and 30 seconds. Suddenly, a terrifying jolt rocks the plane. It starts to lose altitude and rolls violently to the right.
It keeps rolling.
Veteran pilot Captain Fuchs grabs the controls.
I've got up.
He battles to stabilize the jumbo. If he fails, the aircraft will spiral out of control.
El Al 1862, mayday, mayday, we have an emergency.
After 30 seconds, Captain Fuchs manages to wrestle the jumbo back to steady flight.
Check hydraulic pressure.
Seconds later, another crisis. The instruments reveal that both engines on the right wing are out of action. Captain Fuchs must get back to Schiphol for an emergency landing. Fast. Air traffic control clears the jumbo for the journey back to Schiphol. 6:33 p.m. and 35 seconds. Air traffic controller Henk de Brakke clears the stricken jumbo to land at runway 27.
13 miles to go to Dutch.
At this moment, as Captain Fuchs lifts the nose to slow the jumbo for landing, the roll to the right returns. He jams the rudder further to the left, but now the plane barely responds. Co-pilot Ohad alerts Schiphol.
Controlling problem as well.
Suddenly, the roll accelerates to an extreme 90-degree angle, and the jumbo spirals towards the Belmer.
Raise the flap. Get the gear down.
Going down, going down. Don't brake, go up.
6:35 p.m. and 42 seconds. El Al 1862 smashes into the 6th floor of the 11-story apartment block. The Netherlands Aviation Safety Board quickly mobilizes 8 investigators. What triggered Holland's worst air disaster? And why did the 747 fly steadily for 8 minutes after the mayday, only to nosedive without warning into a crowded apartment block? 8 minutes to disaster. Defective fuse pins holding the inner engine to the wings snap, causing the plane to lose not 1, but 2 engines. This catastrophe also damages a 10-meter stretch of the wing's leading edge, causing a major disruption of airflow over it. This reduces lift on the right-hand side and makes the 747 roll to the right.
It keeps rolling.
Captain Fuchs has also lost 2 hydraulic systems, controlling key anti-roll devices. The flight data analysis reveals that his current airspeed of 280 knots is the key. It's just high enough to get sufficient lift out of the right wing to keep them aloft. 39 seconds to go. Now Captain Fuchs lifts the jumbo's nose to slow the plane down for landing. The flight data reveals that this change in angle worsens the disruption in airflow over the mangled right wing. The result is a further loss of lift on this side of the plane, and it starts to roll again. 30 seconds to disaster. As the roll and loss of lift reach a critical point, LL-1862 nosedives from 2,500 feet. Microscopic faults in two 14-centimeter-long components lead to the death of 43 people. Boeing goes on to strengthen all 747 engine-to-wing attachments, including fuse pins. It also rolls out a more stringent inspection regime, with new ultrasound testing to detect metal fatigue. The changes brought about by the Schiphol crash make every 747 flying today a safer aircraft.